finding a nice tall seat. Whoop. And I'm going to try not to wreck the place. So we have a little bit of music for us today. And I also pulled out for us a card that I thought was actually quite appropriate for us to share, just a thought. We can put it in our back pocket. So first we'll get with the reading, and then I'll get to the music. So this oracle deck that I like to use once in a while, I've been using this guy for about 8 years. And never once have I pulled a card that it didn't actually correlate to the exact things that were happening in my life in that moment. Even once for 3 years, I pulled out the same 2 cards no matter how much I shuffled. So long story short, I pulled out a card for us today. It's the number 6. It's a card of duality. And I'm just going to read this real quick for us. So this card, the duality card, is a card of polarity and separation. Separation from the natural world and our own nature has been the guiding force of civilization for a very long time. Polarity and division have manifested as dichotomy, prejudice, and opposition. This pretense of otherness and separation has left modern humans disconnected from themselves and has left many with constant tension, fear, and hopelessness. This card speaks to understanding and realizing feelings of separation, grief, and fear. There are times in our lives when feelings of separationness and isolation overwhelm our sense of serenity and wholeness. A place for grief exists in the healing process as long as we understand that it is a part of the movement toward healing and does not become stuck in a place of pain and suffering. Quantum physics, in confirmation of ancient philosophies, provides proof that we are not separate and alone, but connected physically and energetically to everything in the universe. The duality card asks you to see separation and allow its affecting your life, and then to rediscover within yourself the joy and connectedness that is the true nature of reality. So we're just going to take that and slide it in our back pocket and ponder some words. Oneness and individuality, separationness and duality, all in one beautiful whole. So coming to your seat for today's soulful vinyasa. Closing your eyes, lengthening the spine, reaching through the crown of the head. And then let's begin to take some very deep breaths here. And within this space, beginning to find your intention for today's practice. With a nice even breath. Lengthening every inhalation and exhalation. And guiding the hands towards heart center in Anjali Mudra, prayer position. And then beginning today's practice with a sound of Om. Let us inhale now. Rubbing your hands vigorously together, creating heat through friction. Good morning, ladies. All right, and we're going to cut the warm hands over the eyes. Inhale the warmth of their touch. And then as you exhale, releasing the hands away from the face, a gentle transition from darkness to light. Okay. So from here, we're going to start bringing a little bit of mobility through the entire length of the spine first. So let's begin with the neck. Taking your hands over the knees. And then as you inhale, reaching nice and tall through the crown of the head. And then upon your exhalation, descending the chin upon the chest. And from here, you're going to start to draw large circles at the crown of the head. Beginning to close your eyes here. And begin to notice all of the sensations throughout the neck. Exhaling the breath into the areas where you would like to release tension. Let's take one more rotation in this direction before changing directions. And then slowly begin to change the direction in which you're drawing your large circles, bringing lots of fluidity and movement in through the neck. You may even choose to pause wherever you want and breathe into the neck. Allowing certain spaces to open up even further. For 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're going to inhale, grow nice and tall, reach the crown of the head. And then upon the exhalation, we're going to pivot forward, lead with the heart, coming into a forward fold. And then as you begin to inhale, sweeping the body all the way over towards the right. And then exhaling the body to descend over through the left. Continue to draw large circles with the crown of the head, this time moving the entire length of the spine. It doesn't necessarily matter how you look. Bring a sense of dynamic, sense of play as you make these large movements, circular motions, bringing lots of movement in through the entire length of the spine, from the base of the skull all the way down to the tailbone. Maybe even bringing a little bit of movement in through the shoulders, the elbows, and the wrists. Then beginning to change directions. For 3, 2, and 1. Lastly, we're going to isolate the movement of the rotations through the mid lower spine. So we're going to keep everything pretty much from the shoulders up to the head nice and straight. So you're going to keep the crown of the head facing the sky. You're going to keep the hands over your knees. And then from here, we're going to swish the base of the spine around in circular motions. As you make these motions with the spine, you're going to keep the navel drawn in to start to massage all of the organs and awaken the very center part of our bodies and all of our vital organs. All right, so from here, bring the navel back into the spine. You're going to scoop the belly in. You're going to, as you press the navel back, you're going to lift the navel up in through the ribs. And then from here, keeping the crown up towards the sky, you're going to start to swish the spine around, keeping the navel pulled in, bringing lots of movement in through the vital organs. Massaging the intestines, ascending, descending the transverse, shifting the heart forward and back. Creating slow, smooth movements. And then let's begin to switch directions. For 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Beautiful. All right, so now we're going to get to the sides of the body. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Keep the shoulders away from the ears, and then as you exhale, we're going to fold over towards the right. Once you fold over towards the right, descending the left sit bone heavily into the ground and reaching towards the right side. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. One breath here, pressing the right sit bone deep into the earth, reaching towards the left. Inhale, center. Now we're going to start to sweep from side to side with the rhythm of your breath. However pace you would like to move this morning. Switching from side to side, opening the body for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. All right, let's come to hands and knees. Knees are right underneath the hips, wrists are underneath the shoulders. We're going to tuck the toes under here. So from here, we're going to be doing some deep breaths, cat cow. So on your exhalation, you can exhale however you want to. I am going to say though, when you exhale with an open mouth and really let that breath out, it does feel pretty good in the body. All right, so inhaling. As you inhale, you're going to tuck the tailbone under. You're going to squeeze the glutes slightly, lifting the spine up to the sky. Pull the navel all the way up towards the sky as well. You're going to open up the space between the shoulder blades, lifting the back of the heart. And we're going to exhale, release the front of the body down to the earth, opening up the chest and taking your gaze forward. Let's do 3 more at your own pace. All right, we're doing the last breath here together. Nice big cat stretch on your inhalation. And a slow release as you exhale. From here, descending the heels all the way back into downward facing dog. Taking your pinkies towards the edges of your mat, opening up your fingers nice and wide, pressing through the heels of the palms, the lengths of the fingers. You're going to start to press the mat away from you as you descend the shoulders away from the ears, lifting the eyes of the sit bones high to the sky, lengthening the entire back body, descending the heels of the feet closer to the earth. Noticing the sensations throughout the spine and the back of the legs as they lengthen, opening up to the sky. Then from here, inviting movement into your body as you begin to pedal out your knees, bending one knee at a time, lengthening the stretched leg for 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're going to bend the knees, bring the navel back into the spine, and shift your gaze towards the space between your hands. As you inhale, walk or hop or step towards the front of your mat, lifting the spine halfway up into flat back. Hands either on the shins or fingertips to the earth as you press and reach through the crown of the head. Shoulders away from the ears, navel to the spine. Softening the knees as you exhale, forward fold. Pressing through the feet, tracing the sun all the way up. Inhale to rise. Hastasana, reaching all the way up towards the sky. Palms touch, guiding the hands towards heart center on your exhalation. In Anjali Mudra, salutations. So keep in mind that the focus is to keep your breath in sync with your movements. So you're going to trace the entire length of your inhalation and your exhalation as you move in and out of poses. Inhale, trace the sun on the way up. The entire length of movement with your breath. As you exhale, hinge from the hips, lead with the heart, sweep the arms wide as you forward fold. Nice big long breaths. Inhale, flat back, lift and lengthen. Deepening the breath, plant your hands, fingers are wide, hop or step back on your exhalation, plank. At the base of the exhalation, navel to the spine, softening the elbows, reaching through the crown, lowering down on empty lungs. Untucking the toes, and then as you inhale, pressing through the hands gently as you reach the crown of the head all the way up towards the sky, opening up your chest, pressing through the tops of your feet, upward facing dog. On your exhalation, shifting the sit bones all the way back into space as you flip the feet back under, downward facing dog, staying here for 3 breaths. Pressing through all 4 limbs, deep into your mat. Finding length throughout the entire back body. 1 more breath. Knees bend, navel to spine, gaze to the front. As you inhale, hop, step, or walk towards the front of your mat, flat back. Lift and lengthen, reach to the crown of the head. Exhale to soften the knees, forward fold. Inhale, trace the sun, reach up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastiti. Inhale, tracing the sun all the way up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, lead with the heart, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lift and lengthen. Exhale, plank. Lowering down on empty lungs, hugging the navel in, hugging the arms in through the trunk, softening the elbows all the way down. Untucking the toes, inhale, upward facing dog, reaching the crown as high to the sky. And as you exhale, shifting the sit bones back, downward facing dog. Deep breaths, lengthening your breath. One more breath. Knees bend, navel to spine, gaze to the front. Inhale, hop, step, or walk to the front of your mat, flat back. Lengthening the spine, reaching through the crown. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, pressing through the feet, tracing the sun all the way up. Hastasana. Exhale, hands through heart center, Samastitihi. All right, we're going to be doing the last sun salutation, and then we're going to start changing up. We're going to inhale, tracing the sun. Exhale, hinge from the hips, lead with the heart, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plank. Lowering down on empty lungs, hugging the arms and the navel in. Inhale, upward facing dog. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Taking the last 3 deep breaths here for the last sun salutation A. Feeling the expansiveness of every single inhalation, noticing the spaciousness throughout the ribs, the lungs. Last breath. Bending the knees, navel to spine, gaze to the front. As you inhale, hop or walk to the front of your mat, flat back. We're going to start to change things here a little bit. On your exhale, soften into your forward fold. Bringing a little bit of a twist to the spine. We're going to bend the knees enough so that the belly and the chest rest upon the thighs. And you're going to sweep the left hand over the right ankle. You're going to start to straighten out that right leg as you inhale, reach up through the right hand. Upon your exhalation, you're going to sweep the right arm all the way back down to switch sides. Right hand on the left ankle, left leg straightens. Inhale, left hand to the sky. Exhale to switch. Continue to shift from side to side with the rhythm of your breath, synchronizing your breath with your movement at your own pace. For 3, 2, and 1. All right, bringing a little bit more movement to the spine. We're going to inhale, reach all the way up towards the sky. And then we're going to take the hands together. So my hands are going to come off screen. So I'm just going to show you what Kali Mudra is. For Kali Mudra, we're going to interlace the last 3 fingers. We're going to point the index out. We're going to cross the thumbs in. So from here, we're going to make sure that the hips are stacked over the ankles at all times. So you're not going to shift. You're not going to push hips forward at all. You keep them right nicely stacked over. You're going to take your Kali Mudra. You're going to inhale, pierce the sky with the index fingers. And then as you exhale, you're going to shift the index fingers back, opening up the chest and the heart up to the sun. On your inhalation, you're going to sweep the index fingers over towards the right, opening up the left side of the body. And then as you exhale, you're going to trace the fingertips all the way back. Inhale to the left. Exhale back. Inhale right. Exhale back. Inhale left. One more rotation. Exhale back. Inhale left, right. Exhale back. Inhale left. Perfect. We're going to exhale back. Inhale all the way up through center. And we're going to go through the front. You're going to tuck the chin in. Exhale, point the index fingers all the way to the front. You're going to open up the space between the shoulder blades. We're going to inhale over towards left. Right, my bad. Sorry, guys. Inhale right. And then you're going to exhale through the front this time, all the way back. Inhale left. Exhale through the front. Inhale right. Exhale front. Inhale left. Beautiful. Exhale front one more time. Inhale right. Exhale front. Inhale left. Exhale to the front. Beautiful. All right, we're going to inhale all the way back up to the sky. As you exhale, open up the arms wide. Hinge from the hips. Lead with the heart. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hop or step back, plank. Lowering down on empty lungs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. All right, so from here, we're going to inhale, right leg all the way up towards the sky, as high as you can take it. Exhale, right knee comes into the nose as you curl the spine. Inhale to step the right foot forward. From here, you're going to exhale, descend the left knee, untuck the left toes. So we're going to approach this pose in two different variations of engagements. So from here, all you're going to make sure is that the right knee is right over that ankle. From here, you have a couple of different choices. You can either keep your fingertips down to the ground, you can take your hands towards the heart, or you can interlace the fingers and take the hands down over your thigh here. So from here, you're going to release all of your engagements from your hips all the way down. You're going to notice the sensations throughout the left side. We're going to open up that left psoas muscle that's deep into the inner hip, which loops around the hip to hug the base of the spine. So from here, you're going to allow the left hip to drape down towards the ground, making sure that that right knee is tracking over the ankle. 4, 3, steady your gaze. 2, and 1. Now, we're going to notice something a little bit different. We're going to draw the inner thighs towards each other, pull the navel back into the spine. You're going to notice a lift here in the body. From here, you can take your hands up towards the sky, reach all the way up. And then as you exhale, you're going to sink the hips all the way back down. You're going to slide the fingertips back. Be careful not to crank your neck back. Keep reaching through the crown of the head for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, hands come back down to the ground. You're going to tuck the left toes under, send the left heel back, step the right foot back, plank, And we're going to go through Vinyasa. So you've not done Vinyasa with me before. We start off in plank, we lower down from plank. So it's essentially the last three poses of the Sun Salutation A. Untuck the toes, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. At any point in time during class when we're doing Vinyasa and you want to take a rest, you can rest into child's pose or any other pose that your body's asking for you to do. All right, transitioning through the left side. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, step the left foot forward. And then exhale to descend the right knee, untuck the right toes. Guiding your hands wherever it's the most comfortable for you today. And taking your gaze forward here. After you make sure that your knees stacked over your ankle here. You're going to shift the shoulders back, keep the chest nice and open. And then as you exhale, you're going to sink that right hip all the way down. You're going to soften your hips down to the ground. Get nice and heavy here. Release the engagements, if there are any. You're going to allow your hips and your sit bones to become very heavy here, opening up that right psoas for 3, 2, and 1. All right, you're going to draw the inner thighs towards each other, navel to spine. Notice this lift throughout the center of the body. Inhale, fingertips all the way up towards the sky. As you exhale, we're going to shift the fingertips back slightly, open up the chest towards the sky, reaching through the crown of the head, protecting the back of the neck for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, hands come back down to the earth. Tucking the right toes under, sending the right heel back. Step the left foot back, plank, to lower all the way down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog, 3 breaths. Last breath here. Inhale, right leg up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, left knee down to the ground, untuck the left toes. From here, we're going to inhale, draw the inner thighs towards each other, navel to spine, arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center. In Anjali Mudra. Shift the shoulders back, keep the heart nice and open. Tuck the left toes under, send the left heel back, high lunge. Steadying your gaze. Pressing back through the left heel for 3. Then we're going to switch into warrior 2, 2, and 1. From here, you're going to pivot the back foot in line with the short edge of the mat. And we're going to open up your arms nice and wide. Now, a lot of us, our tushy wants to fluff out back. We're going to tuck our tailbone in slightly here. So we're not tucking it in a lot, right? So you're just going to tuck it in slightly here, making sure that the tailbone is going to face the ground. You're going to open up your arms nice and wide so that the arms are parallel to the earth. You're going to shift the shoulders over the hips and stretch your arms out, taking your gaze past the right fingertips. For 3, 2, and 1. We're going to windmill the arms all the way back down as you pivot the back foot. You're going to step the right foot back plank to flow through Vinyasa. or hang out in child's pose. Let's take one breath here together in downward facing dog. Let's take a big deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale left leg all the way up to the sky. Exhale knee to nose. Inhale, step the left foot forward. Exhale, right knee comes down, untuck the right toes, draw the inner thighs together as you inhale, navel to spine, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Sliding the shoulders back. Tuck the right toes under, send the right heel back as you inhale, high lunge. Keep your gaze soft, keeping the facial muscles fully relaxed. A gentle expression as you fix your gaze. Keep pressing back through that right heel vigorously, finding strength and stability throughout your body for 3, 2, shifting into warrior, 2, and 1. Pivot the back foot in line with the short edge of the mat, opening up your arms into T position, parallel to the ground. Sliding the shoulders over the hips, taking your gaze past the left fingertips. Pressing the feet away from each other. Reaching through the crown of the head, tailbone to the earth. For 3, 2, and 1. We're going to windmill the arms all the way back down as you pivot the back foot. Step the left foot back, plank to lower all the way down, and continue your vinyasa. Once you come into your downward facing dog, taking the 3 biggest breaths that you can take. Lengthening every inhalation and exhalation. Last breath here. Bending the knees, navel to spine, gaze to the front. Hop or step towards the front of your mat, flat back. Lift and lengthen the spine, reach to the crown. And then as you exhale here, you're going to take a hold of your elbows and then release the whole front bar to the body. And release the head, the weight of the shoulders and the arms, lengthening the spine, gaining space between each vertebra as you dangle forward. For 3, 2, and 1. So from here, we're going to transfer into chair pose. We're going to release the elbows, softening the arms back down to the ground. You're going to bend the knees greatly, shift the sit bones back into space. And then from here, as you inhale, you're going to sweep the fingertips across the earth all the way up towards the sky. Beautiful. You're going to slide those sit bones all the way back to an even deeper seat. Make sure that you can still see your toes. You're going to start to push your heels away from each other. Fixing your gaze. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lifting all the way back up through center. Exhale, hands come towards the heart. into Anjali Mudra. Beautiful. From here, we're going to start to transfer into a balancing posture. So we're going to be going into Warrior 3. So we're going to start off with the right leg. Keeping your hands in Anjali Mudra with the shoulders shifting back. You're going to inhale, right knee into the chest. Nice and slow. Bring the navel back into the spine. And then from here, as you exhale, you're going to press back through the heel, almost as if you're pushing that heel all the way back. As you push that heel back, you're going to shift your heart forward. Gaze on anything that doesn't move. And then your gaze is just going to be, it's going to finish off essentially on the ground, far beyond your mat. For 3. Finding balance and stability. 2 and 1. As you inhale, bring the right knee back into the chest. And then as you exhale, descending that right foot all the way back down. Inhale, left knee into the chest. And then as you exhale, hinging from the hips, pivot with the heart. Press that left heel all the way back into space. Softening your gaze and remembering your intention for today's practice. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, left knee into the chest. Exhale to release. Inhale, trace the sun all the way up. Hastasana. Exhale, sweep the arms wide, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back, lift and lengthen. Exhale, hop or step back into your plank. Now we're going to do a little bit of a variation here before lowering. So from here, we're going to descend the knees here first. And you have 2 options. You can either lower yourself down slowly, the whole front of the body down to the ground, or you can mount the heart in between the hands into an 8-limb salute. On your inhalation, you're going to slither your heart through the hands as you untuck the toes, reach the crown of the head all the way up towards the sky. And then from here, you're going to exhale, bend the knees, shift the sit bones back onto your heels, child's pose. Take a few deep breaths here, lengthening the spine. Last deep breath, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And from here, we're going to offer a twist into the spine. So we're going to keep the sit bones at the heels. And you're going to inhale, hands up to the sky. Pull the navel back into the spine. As you exhale, you're going to twist over towards the right. Left hand on the right knee, right hand on the ground behind the back body. Inhale to lift and lengthen, reach the crown of the head. Exhale, take your gaze past the right shoulder. One last breath. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, crown to sky. Exhale, gaze past the left shoulder. Last breath here. Then inhale back to center. Excellent. All right, so from here, we're going to shift one of the hips down to the ground so you can swing your legs forward. All right, so from here, we're going to step the feet right out in front of you. So we're into Dandasana, staff pose. And then from Dandasana, we're going to be going into our forward fold to lengthen the spine a little bit more efficiently. All right, so from here, many of our bodies are going to be slightly uncomfortable as the hips actually naturally, for a lot of our bodies, tip back. So in order to help our hips tip forward and get a little bit of a wider seat, there's a couple very simple adjustments that you can give yourself. One of these adjustments that I find is the most effective is to rotate the inner thighs outward. So you're going to grab your thigh flesh, and you're going to rotate the thighs out. And as you rotate the thighs outward, you're going to notice that all of a sudden you have a wider seat, right? The pelvis tips forward slightly here. If there's still a significant amount of curvature in the spine leaning back, you can even roll or fold your mat and take your sit bones just off the edge, and that will help tilt your pelvis forward a little bit more. So from here, you're going to press out through the base of the feet, press to the heels, tuck the toes under so your feet are fully flexed. You're going to inhale, reach up to the sky, navel to spine. As you exhale here, you're going to hinge from the hips, lead with your forward fold. Your hands can land wherever they want here. Where it depends where you are in today's practice. Every day is going to be a little bit different. So your hands could be at their feet if they don't reach to your feet, on the legs, or on the ground next to your legs. So from here, we're going to take 3 deep breaths. On each exhalation, think about lengthening the spine and releasing the full weight of the body forward. Beautiful. As you inhale here, you're going to take your gaze towards the toes. And you're going to inhale, pull your heart forward, scoop the belly in. And on your exhalation, you're going to come slightly deeper into your forward fold. All right, one more breath, guys, before we release this into a reversed plank. Beautiful. At the base of the exhalation, we're going to inhale, arms reach all the way back up to the sky. As you exhale, you're going to flip the palms forward, and you're going to slip the palms right underneath the shoulders with the fingertips pointing forward. From here, you're going to start to point the toes down to the ground as much as you can. And then as you inhale to lift, you're going to squeeze the glutes. You're going to rotate the inner thighs up towards the sky to lift the hips up as high as you can. So a lot of folks have the tendency to crank their neck back. You want to keep the neck long at all times during your practices as you reach to the crown of the head. All right, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, pressing through all 4 limbs, and lift the hips up nice and high to the sky. Make sure not to lock any of your joints. So you're going to keep your elbows here with a slight micro bend. You're going to reach to the crown of the head, shoulders away from the ears, lengthening the neck. Lifting those hips for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, release the sit bones back down towards the ground. Beautiful. So from here, we're going to do something a little bit differently here. Let's come into reverse tabletop position. We're going to inhale, bring the feet a little bit closer here, bend the knees. Inhale, lift up. Beautiful. So reverse tabletop position here. As you inhale, you're going to lift the hips up to the sky. On your exhalation, you're going to bring the sit bones all the way back through the hands. And then we're going to rock back and forth. You're going to inhale, come back onto the feet. Lift the hips up nice and high. We're going to exhale, take the sit bones all the way back through the arms. We're going to do that. Woo, I'm going to have to open up my arms a little bit wider here. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift. And exhale back. Last one, inhale, lift. Exhale back. And release. Beautiful. All right, so from here we're going to slide the sit bones towards the heels. And then we're going to descend the length of the spine back down to the ground. Beautiful. And from here we're going to take our arms into T or cactus pose. Taking the feet as wide as the mat. And we're going to switch the knees from side to side. As you switch the knees from side to side, remember that you can go at the rhythm of your own pace. You can even pause on either side. Breathing into any other areas where you'd like to release tension. You may even decide to press the inner knee towards your mat. For 3, 2, and 1. All right, so before we're coming into Shavasana, we're going to get a little bit of length to release the back side of the legs. So that's heel toe, the feet back towards hip width distance apart. And then we're going to inhale the right foot up to the sky. So the choice is yours. To increase the level of sensations, you can extend your left foot forward. Or if this is comfortable for you today, you can keep your left knee bent. So you're going to keep your right foot fully flexed, and you're going to walk your hands right behind that right leg. So it's okay wherever your hands end up landing, that's where you are today. Remember that every day is a little bit different. Every practice is going to be a little bit different. You're going to press the hips down to the ground, flattening the spine. And then on each exhalation, you're going to take your leg closer towards your gaze. Let's take 2 more breaths. On the last exhalation, you're going to take the nose as close as you can towards your knee or your shin. All right, last breath, big deep inhalation. Exhale, knee to nose. And then slowly lowering that right leg all the way back down. Either with the knee bent, depending on what you did with the opposite side, or the leg nice and straight. Bending the left knee, taking the left foot up towards the sky. Both feet fully flexed. You're going to start to walk the hands behind the left leg. Each exhalation, guiding the leg closer towards the gaze, keeping your hips and your tailbone anchored firmly into your mat. Last 2 breaths. Last breath. Nice big deep inhalation. Exhale, nose to knee. And then slowly descending the left leg all the way back down to the ground. And making any final adjustments that your body needs before resting into Shavasana, corpse pose. And allowing the full weight of the body to sink into the ground. Relaxing, releasing, and letting go of every single muscle, every fiber of the being. Allowing yourself to be swept away by the rhythm of the heartbeat. Noticing its pulse throughout the entire body, through the trunk, every limb, and the entire area of the head. Taking the last breath here, deep inhalation through the nostrils, allowing a sigh to escape open lips as you exhale. Bending the knees into the chest and rolling over towards the right side of the body to rise up into a seated position to close today's practice with a sound of Om. Guiding the hands towards heart center and Anjali Mudra. Placing the lengths of the thumbs over the sternum, connecting to the heart's beat. With your intention in mind, let us take our inhalation to Om now. Rubbing your hands vigorously together, creating heat through friction. Once your hands get toasty and warm, cupping the hands right over the eyes, inhaling the warmth of their touch. And then as you exhale, releasing the hands away from the face, a gentle transition from darkness to light. I hope that you had a super fantastic class. I hope that it will bring you a little bit of harmony into your body as you begin the adventure of this week. May the sun shine internally within you forever. May every single cell of your body be filled with love, light, abundance, bliss, freedom, and optimal health. And may all beings be free from suffering. May all beings be liberated. May all beings be happy. Be happy. Be happy. Namaste. All right, so quick little announcement for you guys. For those of you who hadn't seen the post on my Facebook, so effectively as of today, the schedule has changed. Not for less classes, but for more. So the online free classes that I offer via YouTube, via this channel, there's going to be a slight shift. So there will be no classes going forward on Wednesdays. However, the secondary classes have changed. So I believe Monday, today, as per usual, we're going to have at 10:30 our Hatha Level 1 therapeutics, yoga therapeutics happening. So if this is new for you, it's a lot of joint mobility, a little bit of yin, a little bit of restorative. Think therapeutic yoga. So really slow rhythmic movements, opening up the body and getting a little bit of fluidity into ourselves. And then for Tuesdays, we're going to have the Hatha Level 1-2 split, I believe. And then Thursdays, 10:30 is going to be yin. I love yin so super much. So that's new addition. So instead of yoga conditioning, I'm going to be offering yin instead on Thursdays. And then Fridays is going to be restorative. Those two classes are like my favorite things to teach ever. And then to add to classes every second Friday of the month, including this Friday, we're going to be introducing couples yoga in the evening at 7 p.m. And then you guys are going to have a bunch of more classes available to you online through the studio that I usually work for, called the Yoga Sanctuary, and that is through the Mind Body application. So that link, I will post it on the next class and every class throughout the rest of the week, as well as I will post that link up on the Facebook page so that you guys have access to the extra classes. So if you've got that A-type personality, you want to get your sweat on, you want to get a little bit of your core work done, all of the additional classes that I'll be offering through the Yoga Sanctuary are essentially all Pilates fusion. So there's going to be Pilates, I believe, on the Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturday. Plus there's going to be a yin and restorative combo on Saturday nights as well. You guys are going to have so many more classes to have available to you, both spicy and non-spicy. And we're going to have lots of fun together. I hope that you all have a super fantastic day. Many blessings to you. Bye for now. Thanks, guys.